There's an old creek bed right here. It's all swamp. Ooh, don't stop. Stopping is hazardous. Safety zone. Should be flooded up a couple feet here certain times of the year. Oh, hello everybody. Caught a history hunter. A little brazing today. Whoa. There we go. There's a lot of swampy areas. And then there's these tree islands everywhere, like this one. I'm sure what I grab a hold of is going to stay there. Flip side is making sure those darn a nice little oak tree right there. And it's another one of those tree islands. Wow, that tree was cut. Somebody cut that one. There's a cypress right there. I think I'm going to push north right now. And we'll see what's underneath this root ball. So I got to go around. This is a Florida history hunter out doing some crazy exploration today. This tree's been laying on its side for a long time. hottest tree ball is out of, the root ball is out of the water. Sometimes it's like that deep. There's an old wet mark on this cypress tree to the right at about 30 inches. There's another tree that's been cut right there. Here's a nice one that's uprooted right here. Sorry, spider. Oh, beast. I don't see anything but dirt, roots, and dust, and mud. These trees are so shallow. That's an issue with them. That's why they come down so easily during a good blow. There's like was a ring of trees right here at one time. Right there, like a whole ring of them. And it's another hill. Palm trees, cruddy oak trees, nothing significant. This is another big ass creek bed. Like right there. Tons of mud. And another tree island. One across from there too. Another tree island here. It's all just junk oak. Except for that one. That's a nice oak right there. And then some junk stuff again. Ouch. Ouch. That tree bit me. Look at the spikes on it. Whew. Ouch. Now we know that that's not native. Ow. Owie, owie. That sucker bit me good, people. Right straight through the old pinkaroo. That's a nice live oak. Yeah, look how that thing bit me. Lots of big trees here. Like a whole hammock of them. Thick, thick clusters. And they're going that way. East by northeast. Phew. Look at the high water stain on this sucker. That's at 5.5 feet. Holy mackerel, there's another one, 5.5 feet. Schmikey's Batman. Man, look at the size of that. Getting ready to fall. Ain't much holding that sucker in position. It's like ticking. How we doing, my friends? We're back. Florida History Hunter. Got a battery change out. And we're back hiking. I'm just coming out of the bottom of the swamp. I'm coming uphill to a ridge. And then the ridge goes off into something for cattle. So there's kind of like a live oak hammock running through the spot. Oh, what's this here? It's a screw cap. It's a screw cap, beer bottle, fat boy. I don't know. I'm thinking it's probably not that old. But it's out here. Somebody's been out here. Look at this. This is usually a sign of continuous water. And there may be a buried, there's a nice little piece. Come down and watch these guys. So usually when you see this, there's continuous water. So there may be a natural artesian slightly buried here. It's actually our the spot we hiked in at. So what I wanted to do I want to hike a little more north. Like I want to run north. There's a killer oak tree right here. That's a live oak. I'm gonna ground up to her. She tells me many a people have leaned against her. She says she can only attest for 150 years. And so I thank her for that knowledge. Now can you actually erase this thing and make some time? I need a spider stick. There's a game trail right there. I don't want to cut too much west. There's an old live oak that came down, twisted out in the storm. So we see this scene time and time again. An oak topples and the palm tree stands, but it's only standing courtesy of that oak tree up there, which caught up in the top of that oak tree, or that would have fallen by now. There's my spider. Bush. Greenhouse bush. Man, look at the size of that lizard. Holy shit. Look at the size of that. That's crazy. That was like gigantic. that weird, like, little tree islands and stuff again. Like at one time a high water mark. Okay, look at this. Give me a minute, I'll get it all cleared out, people. Look at it. And there we go. So, what we're looking at. Clear it out a little more here so we can see it. Alright, there we go. So, what we got here is the start of a midden. Got to be real close to a shoreline, and its composition is all periwinkle snail shell, which the Indians ate continuously. They just kept eating them, and it went into a pile just like that, and everything else that they had that was considered trash of the day, they just threw into this big heaping pile, and the piles just kept growing and growing and growing, and you know, someplace there's probably a whole line of it, or this just may have been just the corner of a small community, and they just opted to pick one point. You know, maybe the settlement went like that, and we're at that point right here. Like right here was a creek, probably. Maybe there was just a little ridge right there, and a little community living here. Definitely, it'd be safe to say that they're connected with the St. John's culture Indians, because we're in real close proximity to the river. And so there was probably at one time, you know, consistently water in this area right here. You know, it could have been up to 700, 800, 900, 1,000 years ago when there was actually water here. And you know, it does flood here, hurricanes and good storms, but you don't see where you could actually traverse this in a dugout. That just isn't going to happen. So this is your Florida History Hunter, and we're just out and about today, hiking and trying to share some of the stuff that we know about the local area. So we're just going to leave this be. You know, we've seen it, we've photographed it, and you know, leave it all here. Take memories, take videos, photos and memories, and just leave it be. You don't want to mess with the spirits. So you can see it's a consistent downhill on this side. So we can probably skirt this creek just like this and see what the ridge does. And see, as I thought, it continues right there, going that way. As we have out in here, you can see. You can see more periwinkle shell debris all through this. So just kind of lightly rake it, and you can just see that it just continues and it continues. I mean, it's a heaping mound, and they were tossing them right at the edge of the water. And you know, when you come from there up to here, all the way up to this point right here, you know, we're up about 5 feet off the ground, and it's still, you know, you still got your periwinkle snail shells up here. And like I said, this seems to be a big fat ridge. And it looks like it. If it cuts that way. I hate doing this, but I really need to. I'm gonna be lazy. Coming up. Ooh, that was close. That would have been a killer. Yeah, I can see it now. We're on like a little island, and I see a waterway running out. We just came out of that, and there's a waterway right there. And here we go. Look at this mother. It's 3 of them. It's 3 sisters. And they told me that they've been here for a long time. They've witnessed a lot of history. So this is about 3 feet. Let's see what we got here. We're going to start right at this hole right here. So that's 1 stick. Two sticks is right there. 3 sticks, 4 sticks. That's 5 sticks. There it is. That's 15 feet in circumference. I believe. $15 feet. The old brain calculator's still working. 15 feet in circumference. That's badass. I definitely have to ground out to this. Oh my goodness. She said go to the other side. She wants me over here for some reason. Oh, yeah, I see why. Look. Wow, that's cool as can be. She said that there was water all the way around this area. She sat on this point. She's seen many hundreds of years. There's complete water all the way around. And then there was this little bizarre little island right there. It's just all spotted little bumpy little hills heading towards the river. Oh, look at that. Somebody nailed something onto this one. What are they doing? Alright, Florida History Hunter, and we're getting on a camera overheat, so we're going to kill the lens a second and we'll be back. How we doing, my friends? Florida History Hunter, we're back. I just found a whelk. You can tell it was a whelk. There was a hole through it right there. There would have been a stick running through it in that spot, just sort of like that. And then this would have been some kind of tool. But what we're doing is we're returning it back to the ground. And now we come along in this area and we got bottles. So I'm going to take note of this spot for my people that want to go out and find some bottles. I got a nice place to bring them to get bottles. You just never know what you're going to find out here when you're out hiking. Florida History Hunter on the road of discovery of some sort. It's always a good day. Thanks for watching. Click that button down below. Like and subscribe. ACL Pepsi, broken. More bottles. That looks 70s. Kind of like shaped like a woman. I'm definitely coming up on it. Oh, it's forever changing. Coil, part of a boat. More bottles. Alright, my friends, I Florida History Hunter. We want to thank you for joining us today on this hike. Click that like button down below. Subscribe to our channel. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.